guys, welcome along. This is Rival Kingdoms. You're watching Mickus, and today we've got a very special treat as we have a brand new event. And as you can see on the screen right now, there is a dwarf sitting on a throne surrounded by gold, and that is King Darkforge, who is the new ancient to enter Astara for this week's event. Now, I'll go through all the information very shortly about the event. It's a little bit more complicated than most events, and so it will take a little bit of understanding to understand the event in more detail, but I'll try and make it more simplified and easier to understand. Okay, so first let's go through his storyline and where he's from and how he's come to Astara.
For years I worked the mines until my wealth was so great that I became king of the dwarven kind. They brought me more riches, a kingdom of gold. But my true treasure was ripped away from me. My dearest queen, I shall save you. My dearest queen, I shall rip every vein of gold from this earth to make you whole again. Or at very least, make you strong enough that we may seek our vengeance together.
Okay, so there we go. We've got a King Darkforge. So a little bit of information behind King Darkforge. He is on his way from Morashia and is looking for help. Now, I'm assuming if I go back and into the map, we have a brand new quest, which is the Sleeping Snow. I would say that this quest, as you can see, it unlocks on the 16th of June. There is a new dragon coming to Astara, which is an ice dragon, but I have a sneaking suspicion that this thing here is where Darkforge is coming from. So I've got a sneaking suspicion that this has something to do with it, and for a very long time it's sort of, if we look at the map, there's parts of the map that are unfinished. For example, the Norris Mountains are not there, finished, and you've got the sea there. So I've got a feeling that we could have like a sea theme or something like that. But speculation aside, let's go through all the information on King Darkforge again. So as I said, he is on the way from Morashia and is looking for help. The Dwarven King has a lust for gold and will take down any adversary to get his hands on more. Let's go through the backstory of King Darkforge first, and then we'll go through all the information on the event. So I'll just go into the event details right now, and we'll go through all the information of King Darkforge. So King Darkforge is also known as Basalt Darkforge, and he is on the brink of bankruptcy. For 10 long years, he has been feeding Calamite, his beloved wife, with mines and mines of wealth in gold. And he wants to fight back the demon dragon Avarice. So maybe it could possibly be a fire dragon. It could possibly be the ice dragon that we know is coming to the game very shortly. So you might see it could be a fire dragon that we have to beat with the ice dragon. I don't know right now, only Space 8 know, as they are currently working on that right now. Okay, so yeah, Avarice, and it needs your help to do so. Okay, so once the Feast of Gold event has begun, there are 3 crafting recipes which will be available in the Alchemy Workshop, allowing you to craft King Darkforge and Darkforge's treasure chest, and also a dwarven coin. So let's go to the Alchemy Workshop and go to the recipes. So I'm currently already crafting a chest, and this is how it will work. So in the unique recipes, we have the King Darkforge's treasure chest, and that will cost 1 crystal and 1 million gold, and it will take a total of 10 hours to craft. Then you've got King Darkforge, Basalt Darkforge. He will cost 500 gold rings. Now you'll get the gold rings in the chests, and then you'll be able to ascend him with more gold rings. So you've got Dwarven Coin 1, and it doesn't show the others, but there are 3 of them in total. Now each Dwarven coin costs a different price. For Dwarven Coin 1, as you can see, it costs 1,000 rings. For Dwarven Coin 2, it will cost 3,000 rings. And of course, for the third one, it will cost a massive 10,000 rings. Now, each Dwarven coin is used to ascend King Darkforge up 1 rarity level. And so the first one you can see on the screen right now will send him to rare. The number 2 coin will send him to epic. And the third one will also send him all the way to legendary. But do keep in mind that you need to have rare and epic already unlocked before you can do it to legendary. Okay, so so once you've already got him, you'll be able to craft the other things. Now, it does seem a little bit steep of time, 10 hours to craft. The coins, they take about 10 seconds to craft, and King Darkforge himself doesn't take long himself, so we'll go through all that information in just a moment, but let's continue on with the story. So the king values gold rings above all. These gold rings can be found within King Darkforge's chest, so I showed you just a second ago, which you can craft in your alchemy workshop, and use to rally King Darkforge to your side, as well as craft his ascension tool, which is the Dwarven coin. Moving on, for those who are interested in ascending King Darkforge to legendary status, you'll want to get your hands on each of the recipes. You won't be able to produce the second coin or the third coin until you have won them in the event. Now the event is very easy, it's only 400 points, and let's go through all the information on the event right now. Okay, so the event will start at 11 AM UTC time, Greenwich time, aka England time. It will finish on the Monday at the exact same time, start on the Friday the 10th of June, finish Monday the 13th of June, and it has no requirements, so any level can join, I do believe, and as long as you have Forvial and you have the Alchemy Workshop. The Alchemy Workshop, if you don't know, can be found in Arbos's Secret, and once you've beaten, I do believe, the second one, the first one, nope, the second one, nope, the third, second, I think it's the second one. Once you've beaten the second one, the Emperor Gates, you'll receive the Alchemy Workshop. Oh yeah, it says it there, unlock the power. Okay, so moving on. To do this event, you won't actually need to have the Alchemy Workshop at the time, as the event will give you the recipes. It won't give you the actual prizes. Okay, so in the arena, or player versus player, as we can see here, the arena is just here, or player versus player is just here in the multiplayer. You'll receive 5 fire bottles. Now, if you use any fire ancient, you'll receive a bonus 5 fire bottles. Okay, so if I go into my ancients area, the fire ancients that you can use are the following, provided that you have unlocked them. You can use Rabinovich, Emberclaw, Golgog, Dudgy, Iloni, Karis Sunstaff, Solric, Hyojin, Anya, Gel, and also Nakti. Okay, so moving on, let's go back to the event area. For the boosters, if you use a booster, it doesn't matter what level it is, if it's superior, rare, epic, or legendary, you will receive 5 fire bottles only. So it's best to save those legendaries and probably use the superiors if you're going to use any boosters. It's not a difficult event. I mean, like 10 points every time, maximum of 400. That's a maximum of 40 wins, sorry. 40 wins with a fire ancient. 80 if you haven't got any fire ancients, but you know what, everyone has Solric, so it's not hard to do. So yeah, the boosts include Seer, inner fire, warmth, fire elementals, and flame wisps. So in other words, all the fire boosters. Okay, so looking at the prizes as we scroll down, the first prize is at 5 fire bottles, and that is a gold ring. How many gold rings? Just the one. There'll be 100,000 gold at 10 bottles. At 40 bottles, you'll receive 2,500 primers. You'll receive 10 mithril shards at 80 bottles. And you'll receive the very first recipe that you'll need, recipe number 2, at 120 bottles. That will craft him to epic status. So you'll be able to craft him without doing the event all the way to rare. It just takes some time, and I'll go through the time in just a moment. At 160 bottles, you'll receive 200,000 gold, 5,005 primus at 230 bottles, and another 20 mithril shards at 290 bottles. Now, I'm a little bit disappointed with the amount of crystals available in this event. Only 5 crystals for 350 bottles, and the major prize is the 400 bottles. That will send him to legendary, providing that you make it. So just as I have said before, you have to actually make the prizes. Now moving on, so I did say that it takes 3 days. However, it is an open event. So to get the last prize, which is the dwarven coin, number 3, which you'll do in the alchemy workshop, unique recipes, you'll get the rings. So in other words, you'll need crystals and gold, 1 million gold at a time, 1 crystal at a time, in order to create a treasure chest. Now that takes 10 hours, and then you will be able to buy or craft King Darkforge at 500 rings. Once you have continued and saved, you'll be able to craft the Dwarven Coin 1 for 1,000 rings. But if you don't do the event, you will not progress any further. That will be a maximum of level 40, also known as rare. Now, if you continue to do the event and you get all the 2 prizes, the 2 recipes, you will receive Dwarven Coin number 2 and 3 available in the unique recipes. So just to let you know that. And of course, there will be no there's no limit to creating him all the way to epic. In fact, to legendary. There's no time limit to ascension him. There's no time limit to crafting him. There is only the time limit for the recipes. Okay, so the recipes are for the event in order to ascend him to legendary and epic. Okay, so I've done a little bit of math and worked out around about how much it would cost based on a ring count of 25 as the average per chest. Of course, it does vary, but yeah, just as an average of 25 per chest, it will cost about the following. Okay, so it will cost for King Darkforge and his Ascension tools about 725 million gold and 725 crystals. Now, to upgrade him from 1 through to 60 after ascending him, it will cost about 20 million gold and 1 million primus. And of course, if you got fire primus or pure primus, you'll just need a little bit less, as they give 10% more. And as a total cost for all of him, from getting him all the way to level 60, it will cost you 745 million gold, 1 million primus, and 725 crystals. That is a lot, and it should take about 305 days, I believe my calculations were. On a side note, Lord Darkforge also has a special ability similar to Lupta. Now, Lupta goes on the moon, so when it's a full moon, she has 100% more power, and if it's a new moon, she has 0% more power. However, with Lord Darkforge, he's based on your gold. So if you have full storages, he'll be at 100% power. However, if you have no gold in your storages, he'll have 0 power. Okay, so I'm going to leave you there. I'm going to leave you with a raid, and in fact, it's going to be a King Dark Forge's raid. I hope you enjoy. If you haven't, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, comment down below, share with your friends. But until next time, thanks for watching, guys. If you haven't, have a great day. Stay tuned. Hit on the previous video if you haven't seen it, or a related video there on the right hand side of this video. Until next time, have a great day. Enjoy King Darkforge in action against a Stronghold 16. Cheers.
On weekends you dance in jammy pants until the afternoon. And I know it's hard to think that someone could be in sync with all your eccentricities. You're perfect in the perfect way. You're perfect and I hope you stay your goofy little self eternally. Oh, I'm weird like you, I know it's true. I'm in the clouds up there with you. You think you're flawed, but wouldn't you agree? You're perfect for me. You talk to yourself and answer as well. You read ahead on Walking Dead before you watch the show. You eat bread with fur, you still call me sir. There's a piece of gum from '91 that's hiding in your purse. But no matter what I sing, I wouldn't change a thing. You're my postmodern masterpiece. You're perfect in the perfect way. You're perfect and I hope you stay your goofy little self eternally. Oh, I'm weird like you, I know it's true. I'm in the clouds up there with you. You think you're flawed, but wouldn't you agree? You're perfect for me. Ba, 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 ba. Your mind and mine are strangely intertwined, and that's just a-okay with me.